Like, that just kind of seems like what it was. Someone went in, like, the stats of the game and just buffed the enemies and nerfed you and said, well, it's harder.
That's the game.
And I don't really think that's how you design harder. Like, for example, one of the things I love about Halo, and I use Halo because I think it's one of the best examples of offering multiple difficulty settings. And one of the best things I like about it is it even changes enemy spawns.
Yeah.
If you're playing on Heroic, a Zealot, which is a stronger enemy, might spawn in that room. If you're just playing on normal or easy, maybe just a normal elite spawns with half that health, who's not quite as smart. And you still will go through the room and feel like I beat an elite. But you won't feel like a child. But, if you're used to the game and you want to experience it, a different way, you can. I don't know. I kind of like that about those kinds of games. Like, I will always argue what we said, that I don't think every game needs difficulty settings. I think that's kind of up to the developer and what players are willing to support. Like, so From Software, if nobody was buying Demon's Souls, Dark Souls, all those games, just no one gave a shit, right? Well, then, yeah, of course, and that was the reason, because it didn't have an easy mode, then, yeah, they should listen to people. But it sets record sales numbers every time they release a game. So, like, clearly, it sounds mean, but out of the 5,000 people, I'm just minimizing this, who want to buy the game on a given hour, the 3 people who pass it up because it's too hard don't matter to From Software.
Right.
They just don't. And they don't matter to anyone else either. Not because they suck, but because the game just wasn't designed for that demographic who didn't want to buy the game. Just like NHL is not designed for people who don't like sports.
Right.
It's just not. You could play it. I mean, no one's... Like, From Software isn't sending Miyazaki with, like, a shotgun to Target to, like, wait for you in line and be like, hey, why are you buying the game? And, vet you on it. But... you know what you're signing up for. And I think there's a lot of games, what I'm getting at, with especially this era, where they kind of went back to the NES and SNES idea of difficult, where it was like, let's extend the game by just buffing enemies. And I don't think that's how you balance a hard game at all.
No.
I just don't think that's how you should do it.
Well, it reminds me of, like, the original Mega Man games, where... their idea of, like, well, let's extend the game time is literally just... Whoa, jeez. Their extending the game time was literally just, why don't we just make this impossible? So then you have to spend 10 hours on a level just till you finally get the timing down.
Right, why don't we turn this part of the level into a bullet hell, even though the other parts weren't?
Yeah.
That's essentially what they do.
And it's like, that's not good.
Yeah, and I understand why people like those games. I genuinely will die on the hill of Mega Man X is a better series.
Yeah.
In terms of balancing and stuff. After Mega Man X4, they start to get way too talky. And what I mean by that is, like, you'll play for 30 seconds, and then there will be a 2-minute cutscene. And that'll happen a ton, kind of like Metal Gear. And it sometimes gets annoying. But... especially the early games, I think they're a lot better balanced than the original Mega Man side-scrollers, and I think that they have... Also, this is just a preference. I really like the character designs a lot better. Like, they're a lot more grown up and, I don't know, interesting and not as childish, but...
Right.
So I do think you should still try those games at some point.
Yeah, I tried out the original 2 or 3 Mega Man games. The first 2 games I just didn't want to play.
Yeah.
Number 3 I had a much better time with, I will say that, but... What did I just scan?
I don't know. I do hear that Mega Man, I think it was 11, wasn't that the newest one?
Yeah.
I've heard that's fun.
Okay.
Like, some of those more modern, normal Mega Man ones are fun. The problem is, like, when you care about the characters, you want to play the old ones.
Yeah.
But some of them are, like, really hard. And, the thing is... I guess this is why I don't have a ton of sympathy for, like, the crowd of people who got mad when we said the From Software games don't need easy mode, because there were people who got mad.
Yeah.
I don't argue they should rework the original Mega Man and rebalance it. I just figure that's not for me, right? Because clearly there's a massive crowd of people who love the original Mega Man. And they're not wrong for loving the original Mega Man any more than we're not, any more than we would be wrong for not really enjoying it that much, right?
Right.
You can probably grab that and pull it with, like, your tether type thing.
Oh, I always forget about that.
You're hurting.
I don't know, it's just an idea. Maybe not. There's also a way to, like...
I really have to do this.
No, there's a way to carry it, too, but I don't remember what it is.
Oh. Well, now we got a cutscene.
I'm Tolland here. Well, anyway, I just figured I must not be the... Make sure I scan that guy. I must not be the intended audience for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I played it, and it's not like I play it and think it's a bad game, but I do play it, and there are parts where I think, well, I don't think this balancing was well made. Then there's other parts I play where I think I just suck.
Right.
And clearly this game is designed at the people who are good at side-scrollers, not me. I don't understand the idea that everything has to cater to you. Like, I would absolutely love, like, if they remade Mega Man 1 through 4 with the modern graphics of, like, 11, and they did rebalance it and stuff, that'd be awesome. I'd love that. But, like, I'm not going to sit around, like, complaining and being super angry that they haven't, like, just because the original game is not made for me.
Right.
It's just not. I guess I'm just not the guy to go to for classic Mega Man because I'm bad.
Well, and also there's so many other games out there. Like, how many hundreds of thousands of video games exist?
Yeah, surprisingly, a lot of them are good.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not, like... Let's say, like, Elden Ring is not for you because it's too difficult. You can go play hundreds of thousands of other games.
I think that missed it. I think it went by it. Like, if you look, I think it's on the wall.
So,
we should figure out how to... yeah, well, never mind. It's good.
I mean, yeah, you can play, like, hundreds of thousands of other video games. It's not like my life's going to be over if I don't play Elden Ring.
Right. Well,
I don't know.
Somebody said this in the comments. Go back to the normal gun and hold L2. No, hold L1. There's some button with one of these guns that allows you to telekinetically pick a thing up. Really? Is there a different gun that allows you to do it? That's a trap. That's a trap!
Oh, I didn't even know that thing has that ability. Oh, I didn't even know this.
I don't know. I thought that there was a way to do this. I guess we're just gonna do it this way.
We just have to do it the stupid way.
There was supposed to be a way to pick these up. I don't know. I don't get why people get mad at that. Like,
you said somebody in the comments and something.
Comics.
Oh yeah. Someone in the comments said that there is a idea that you are entitled to experience everything, and I understand that idea. This person wasn't even endorsing it. They were just saying that that's what they feel like it is.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that, right? Like, you really want to experience everything, and you really want to live your life in a way where you have the most fun and enjoyment you can and stuff. I don't know if I should be quiet during this or not. But, I understand that. But my issue with it is that also there's going to be some things you just never experience that are not designed for you. Like, for example, for me, I don't know if climbing Mount Everest is designed for me.
When the necromantic shockwaves,
I don't think I could do that.
Why didn't he?
I would like to go see Mount Everest, but to climb it, no.
Right.
I'm good.
And I don't think I'm entitled to that experience just because other people have had it. I just figure that's for other people.
Right, you're not advocating for, like, a millions of dollar
elevator
escalator to be built on Mount Everest so you can get to the top.
Maybe I didn't choose such a bad destructor after all, huh?
They didn't really say anything there, did they?
I'm advocating for that. If there's not an elevator on Mount Everest, then that means that they don't care about me and how I am obviously not as able-bodied as those who can climb up the mountain, so therefore they are able-phobic.
That makes sense.
Look, up there. It's getting worse.
This isn't the Central Park I'm used to. You still have your wallet?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I can drop the difficulty discussion. I don't think it really matters much anymore.
Probably not.
No, it matters.
Not to me. It's too difficult. So I'm going to complain in the comments. Too hard to talk about it. What?
Penis kinetic energy meter.
Oh.
Something to be scanned here. Oh, something back here.
So this level I was reading is as long as the previous 3 levels combined.
Really?
What?
No, I'm just making that up. I'm just making that up.
I was literally about to, like, rage quit on the game. Like, I'm not playing this.
And just be done with it for today?
Yeah, like, we know, maybe just be done.
In general?
Yeah.
That would be pretty bad to just quit this far in.
What if we quit, like, right before the final boss?
I don't know. Kitty had an opinion on that.
That's what the recruit is doing right now.
I wiped her off more. Kitty got a shower today.
Wearing one too.
Do I per butt?
That's true.
Yeah.
How's it going so far?
Epic.
You smell any burning or experience any...
Alright, so, what's even the final boss of this
First one
game?
to know. Or the second.
Airstrike? What are we in the bombing of London?
What?
In World War II.
Yeah. You mean Berlin?
No,
No, Berlin's the one I recognize.
got it.
I didn't recognize the other one.
Well, the bombing of Berlin was a response to the bombing of London.
No, it was unprovoked.
You're right.
You're getting hit by these things.
Oh, and Ray is down, of course.
He's raging.
Woo! Okay, okay. I'm just trying to get someone up here.
That's alright. No thanks.
Oh, like, okay, there we go.
Perfect. I like how the ghosts have become uncreative. They are just literal humans, but like grayed out now.
I know.
Like those ones.
I literally
Ray
just
is
got
the
this guy
worst.
up.
Why did that guy throw a Molotov at you?
I don't know.
We've got a peaceful protester here. Settle down.
Well,
Ray is
I also
going
want to know
die.
why Ray has like 1 health. What is going on
that's
here?
the other thing. Is like why make this out to be a team game, but your team sucks.
Well, and also they never have the teammates. Like, would it kill the game developers to have like all 4 Ghostbusters on every level?
Well, here's my other thing with this game. Did you know originally it was co-op,
Yes, I did know that.
and now it's not?
Who was the other co-op person? Could you like pick someone? So like, could I be
I don't know.
Egon or something?
I don't really understand who the other one was. I never played that version of the game. I just know that it was.
Oh, okay. Okay, can I get this guy in there?
Slap
or-
him.
There we go. There we go.
Nice.
We got him. We got him. And of course he's down.
Still really mad that I can't get any trophies here. We should stop the Let's Play,
Yeah.
look up a guide on different trophies, and then you should have to do them for me. What do you think about that?
This is a great idea, actually.
What is that, Wolverine? Jeez.
Really impressive.
It's
Okay.
the ghost of Wolverine.
So I was gonna give you a controversial take. Oh yeah, it was on the console wars. That's what it was.
Okay.
I'm just coming off like an asshole today, by the way. Here is my mean, controversial opinion on the console wars.
Okay.
The only people who care about it are people who can't afford multiple consoles.
Yep.
I know that sounds mean. Look, I'm not shaming that. I get it. Like, there's a lot of stuff I can't afford. Mm-hmm. I have been trying to save up for a new TV. I am not kidding you. For like months. Because I got hit with taxes, where I had to pay more than I thought I would. Mm-hmm. I had a $500 expense for work that I was not expecting. And then I've had issues with my car. Okay?
Right.
So I've needed another TV. This one I will say is I have to figure out what to do with it. I think it's the I was trying to switch out the one of them in the office to have a better one for work, and then swap one of the old ones that I've used for work into the bedroom. Mm-hmm. And basically what I'm getting at is I understand not being able to afford stuff, but when you look at TVs, most of the time, you don't see the people who can afford an LG TV shitting all over the people who can buy a Sony or Samsung TV, right?
Right.
It's just they say, okay, well, the LG TV works for me. This is going to be a good TV for what I want to do. I picked that because they have a lot of affordable options. Mm-hmm. And yeah, this is the TV I'm going with. That's just kind of what they do, right? They don't like try and convince everyone, including themselves, how bad the other TVs are. But when it comes to consoles, I've noticed that people, they will have. Jill, are you okay? You having like some kind of attack over there? You know, when it comes to consoles, I've noticed that people will be like, I can afford one, so the one I bought is the good one, and the other one is bad. But you never hear that when someone owns multiple.
Right.
Like, have you ever, I haven't, but have you ever heard someone who, like, bought the Series X, the PS5, the Switch, and a gaming PC, complain about how bad 2 out of the 4 are?
No.
I mean, I'm sure someone does, but for the most part they don't, because, like, they liked the games enough to want to buy them all. So they did.
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of noticed that too. Like, people get into, like, their... Kind of like we were talking about last time. People get into, like, their teams, and they think that they have to somehow fight some, like, holy war for their team.
And their team is, like, a green plastic box.
Yeah, and it's, like... and it's just stupid. Like, so... I mean, I guess my thing is, it's okay to have a favorite.
Yeah.
You know, out of the 3, like, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, I grew up a big Nintendo fan. That's what we owned. And then, when I got into high school, I got a PS4. And I got finding what it wants me to scan. And ever since then, I've been, like, a huge PlayStation fan.
Yeah.
Like, if I had to pick one, I like the PlayStation a lot.
And you really like those exclusives that they've made?
Yeah, I like a lot about the PlayStation.
Yeah.
However, if someone out there is like, hey, I really like the Xbox, I'm not going to be like, what a loser.
Right, but also you could afford to buy an Xbox.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I bought a Series X because I wanted to play some Xbox games like Halo and Fallout and, you know, other future possible exclusive games like that. And I've been having a blast on my Series X. I've been loving the Series X like almost as much as the PlayStation 5.
Oh, I thought it was something to do with that. Can you
I think it's somewhere over here,
Can you pull
though.
that bell? This?
No, but I can move it, looks like.
Oh, okay.
And I also got the Nintendo Switch, which is an incredible system, one of the best Nintendo consoles I've ever played.
Uh-huh.
And, jeez. And yet I'm not going to, like, sit here and be like, only PlayStation is the way to go. It's just stupid. Like, there's good games on all systems. Like, I don't get what the point of, like... I get liking your system the best, but I don't get what the point of, like, shaming other people that they like their system. There's good games on every system.
I think you're going to have to go through the door you opened up.
Okay.
I think that... I also do think, though, that a lot of people, they don't want to feel bad about what they own, right?
Right, so they try to justify it?
Right. You know, so it's like...
Oh, jeez.
It's almost one of those things where it's like, if you can afford to buy the PlayStation or Xbox and you choose Xbox, I think it's a lot easier in your head to justify, well, the PlayStation wasn't that great anyways.
Right.
Than it is to justify, oh, I missed out on something fun because I can't afford it. And it sucks. It literally sucks. Like, I get it. My car sucks.
Right.
I really wish I had a nicer car. But... you know what? I can't afford it, so I'm not going to, like, make everyone believe that my car is amazing and every other car is bad.
What the heck?
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't
Right.
It doesn't work that way just because that's what I own. I can like it a lot. I mean, there are things I like about my car.
Right.
But if somebody pulled up in a Tesla, I would never argue with them, well, my mid-2000s car is far superior because that's what I own.
Right.
And that's usually what I've noticed it is. I mean, all these things have good things about them. PlayStation has exclusives that I think are very fun, and I think it often offers better monthly games with PlayStation Plus than something... Well, that was inducing of, like, a compulsion there. I think it offers better monthly games with something like PlayStation Plus than Xbox does a lot of times.
Right.
And I think that, I don't know, I think that they did a much better job the last console generation of marketing their console, and they got ahead for that, you know? Mm-hmm. But you go back years, and there's other stuff you can complain about, like the PS2. It didn't have the graphical capabilities of the original Xbox.
Right.
It didn't have the same type of online capabilities either. It did have them, but it wasn't really designed for it. And there were other stuff, too, that those systems did better, like GameCube. Probably had the worst visuals out of the three, but it had some of the best games
Right.
out of those three, like out of PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube. GameCube had some fantastic banger games.
Amazing. Some of the best games ever in Nintendo's history.
Yeah, but like, you know, it would be okay to criticize the visual or something, but I think it's silly to like try and convince yourself that the GameCube sucks just because you bought the PlayStation.
Right.
That's kind of my issue with it. And I do think that a lot of times it's not really like, I'm not saying, oh, well, the only people who care are poor people. I mean, because like I don't think we would count as upper class rich people by any means.
No, I think we're kind of poor.
I think we are both lower middle class people.
Right.
And
Man, that stings.
I guess what I'm saying is I get when you feel frustrated because you like multiple things and you have to pick. Mm-hmm. Because that's kind of the world we live in, where there's limited resources and money, and that's just the way it is. And I totally understand being frustrated by it, but I don't get taking it out on other people who either can afford multiple or the company that doesn't even care who you are. I mean, if you're a big Sony PlayStation fanboy, whether you love Sony PlayStation or not, the other people, though, who do it, I think, genuinely define who they are through the things they own.
Right.
You know what I mean by that? Like the people who are first in line to buy every Apple product, and Apple products are part of their personal identity. But this is
Right.
something I don't understand about consumerism. Like, Bill Appleton, the CEO of Apple, he has David Cook or whatever.
Tim Cook.
Yeah, he has no idea who you are, and he doesn't care.
No.
You don't matter. If you died tomorrow, no one would miss you from that company. That sounds mean. Like, people in your life would, but that company doesn't care. You know, like,
Right.
if I died tomorrow, PlayStation and Xbox would not be having a memorial because they lost a customer.
Right.
I just died. I'm inconsequential to them. And so it's kind of one of those things where I don't understand fighting a war for people that you're inconsequential to in general. You know, why go up to bat and stick your neck out for PlayStation or for Xbox or whatever and fight some big angry battle on Twitter or in the comments just because somebody likes the other one? Like, those companies don't care who you are. They never will care who you are. They don't care who most of their own employees are. Mm-hmm. Most of their own employees could drop dead and wouldn't be missed. People are replaceable to them. They're
Right.
a corporate entity. So, like, you're going up to bat and making it personal for a corporation that does not care and never will care who you are. And it just seems silly and pointless to me. Like, if you love Apple and you want to buy the Apple Watch and you want to buy every iPhone ever that's come out, good for you, have fun. But when you make it like a personality trait about how you basically have an Apple processor in your butthole and you've like installed an iPhone in your ass and, you know, you've done like all these things to make yourself like the representative of Apple and you have nothing to do with it. It's one of those things where it's just kind of like, to me, don't you have anything else going on in your life?
No.